We have a lot to talk about. The green light has been given. Beta users are finally able to share part of their experiences for the first time. The FOMO is real. Information overload. Cryptoaddict here with some updates on the very much anticipated VeVeVerse and what we can take based on what was shared. First, I just want to point out that the VeVeVerse is real. Phase 1 beta testers have spoken and they have indeed been in the VeVeVerse. We're going to get straight into what was shared. There has been an overwhelming amount of positive feedback. 100% positive actually. I was expecting this during the first phase, but the FOMO is really kicking in after hearing everyone's experience. Everyone's passion and praise was really good to hear and brought back Veve 2021 vibes. Starting off, the VeVeVerse is not browser-based. It is, in fact, an app. I'm happy. This will ensure that VeVeVerse will have the capability to perform and maximize the end-user experience. Lighting. One of the most undervalued but most important features is the lighting. As a photographer and cinematographer, I immediately understood how great this was going to be. The ability to fully customize how we want to stage our lighting? Come on, guys. Lighting really allows a creator to set the mood for their environment, so haunted houses could very much be a thing. Collectibles and objects are much easier to select and move. Please everyone, just scrap any previous experience in the vault from your head. You can now easily scale and rotate on the X, Y, and Z axis. You will also have the ability to import coordinates for precise placements and a snap to grid type function which will eliminate unwanted gaps. And not only can you select from a range of textures, but you will also be able to import your own textures. You can import textures. Not only is this great for your own custom services, but it's also great for customized signs or graphics. You can create a giant subscribe to WAGMI wall in your space.
Wow.
Cool. Animated collectibles have properties, changing the intensity of Thor's lightning or the color of the lightning. What? Collectibles with particles will allow you to even customize the particle settings. You can create a sandstorm. You will be able to see who you're in a room with as well as mute whoever you want to act like isn't in the room. Placing collectibles inside of shapes is also possible. It can appear as if it's a display of some sort if you're trying to build, let's say, a museum. Streaming is available and video chat as well. The VeVeVerse is sounding really promising and hearing the excitement from everyone really brings me back to 2021. But now I need to bring myself back to earth and really reevaluate what we're actually experiencing. The VeVeVerse and its features are not unique. They are powered by Cavernous. Cavernous is supported by some great companies, but this means these features of the VeVeVerse are not exclusive to just Veve. Example, shopwagme.com, which is launching today, is built on Shopify. So check it out and support the channel. There are a lot of Shopify stores. That's because Shopify offers features that make it much easier to build an e-commerce store. Look at Cavernous as Shopify. The backend and features are all built and powered by Cavernous the same way the shopping cart is with Shopify. Merchant accounts built into Shopify allow you to process credit cards the same way Cavernous will allow you to import your NFTs for a Web3 experience. Additional apps and features can be added as well, the same way Shopify has an app store. The front end or the web page you see is done in HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. When you visit shopwagme.com, the website you see is the front end, which is what you experience. Great site, by the way. With Cavernous, the front end experience is built within the game engine, being Unity or Unreal. This is where the user experience is built and what will set you apart from other metaverses. The same way not every website is the same. Now, Shopify does have default website templates the same way Cavernous will have a default metaverse. The reason why most metaverses look so similar is because they don't change much from the default theme, being a small team. So in the end, all their metaverse experiences are the same. So is this good or bad for Veve? Using Cavernous is actually good because it automatically integrates you with the tools you need. But if you're not standing out from any of the other metaverses, why would people choose to hang out in your metaverse and not another one? Cavernous integration does look simple though. They explain the plugins are drag and drop and won't interfere with your experience. They use a demo here at Unreal 5 showcasing the power of Unreal while benefiting from the Cavernous SDK. Since they are unable to share video footage of the VeVeVerse, we don't know which path Veve chose, but they will be able to update their front end in the future regardless. Their social features are limited to Cavernous though, since this is what is powering their metaverse. What I mean by this is if Shopify says I can only add 100 products, I would not be able to exceed that. So since Cavernous has a limit of 25 people in a space, Veve cannot exceed this. While 25 is still a good number of people, this is not what I would consider a metaverse. And maybe it's just because we're not there yet. Before the dream of hosting a Twitter space in the VeVeVerse, this cap wouldn't allow it. Maybe a private gathering though. But this is why I personally feel a true metaverse experience needs to be an open world experience and not these instances. Animal Crossing is fun, but when you have no one visiting your island anymore, you're gonna stop playing. And if you're someone like me, I have no following, no friends, and no one that cares about what I do in my home, how easy will it be for someone to discover my space? My space. I could spend a month and make a beautiful place, but no one will ever visit if there's no easy way to discover it directly from Veve. Like, will there be a For You list? I would personally need to share it on Twitter, YouTube, or some other social networks to get people to visit. And this doesn't even guarantee that they'll visit me while I'm in my space, so I can't even socialize or walk them through my home. What motivation will I have over time to continue to get on my VeVeVerse and build if I'm only building for myself? In an open world, people will be able to explore the world freely and casually pass by your place. They will be able to socialize while you work, and if they're socializing too much, we do have that mute button. I understand games take a really long time. I've been waiting for Ashes of Creation since the Kickstarter, and it was supposed to release in 2018. It's 2023 and we're still in alpha. As more companies launch their own metaverse, the question that I still find myself asking is what will keep me consumed in the VeVeVerse? Because I will not want to just build and build, especially if no one gets to see it. The side games are fun, but that doesn't entice me to log in every single day. I think that's the real issue Veve needs to solve. Let me know what you think it took away from all the VeVeVerse discussions. Until next time, we all gonna make it.